We have to talk about the SpaceX IPO and the stock. You see, on June 12th, SpaceX went public, and just 4 days later, the stock hit an all-time high of $225 a share. Then, over the next 38 days, the stock lost nearly 45% of its value. In just 6 weeks, the most anticipated IPO in the history of the stock market went from Wall Street's hottest stock to trading below its IPO. That is 4 days up, 38 days of absolute free-for-all and regret for a lot of people that decided to invest in SpaceX when it went public. You see, Wall Street created a lot of hype around this IPO, but here we are today. Wall Street has slowly backed away from it, and this IPO looks like it's in free-for-all. But this is a very interesting situation because most IPOs don't actually fall this fast. Something different is happening. And if you plan on investing in some of the upcoming IPOs like Anthropic and OpenAI, you're gonna wanna pay attention to what I'm gonna talk about in this video as we talk about the lessons learned from the SpaceX IPO and how it's trading today. And for those of you that are looking at SpaceX as maybe a buying opportunity, you're gonna wanna watch this video too, because I'm gonna be talking about what I anticipate the stock price is gonna be doing over the next couple of weeks. And so in this video, I wanna explain why SpaceX has fallen so quickly, why Wall Street is still recommending it as a buy, what the lockup period usually means for a stock, and what every investor should learn before buying the next blockbuster IPO. So with that being said, let's start with what happened to SpaceX. Why is it crashing? The first reason is SpaceX has lost its momentum. I mean, just over a month ago, the stock was trading at $225. Investors were piling in. They were convinced that this was going to be one of the biggest winners on the stock market. According to Yahoo Finance, SpaceX has now erased more than $1 trillion in market value from its peak, and the stock is trading below its $135 IPO price. That is a remarkable reversal in a short period of time. You see, normally after an IPO, investors expect momentum to continue. Institutions are still building positions, analysts are publishing optimistic price targets, and retail investors who missed the IPO are often looking for opportunities to buy. But with SpaceX, we've actually seen the opposite. The stock has continued to mark new lows. Countless articles have been coming out talking about the failures of this company and how competition is heating up elsewhere for space travel. The sentiment, the momentum is dying when it comes to this stock. That's a dramatic change in sentiment. I mean, 6 weeks ago, investors were asking, how high can this stock go? Now investors are asking, how low can this thing fall? Is the market overreacting? Or are investors starting to realize that the hype pushed the stock far higher than what people are willing to pay? And as the hype fades, so does the willingness to pay an exorbitant price for this stock. Because let's keep in mind, this stock was trading at over 100 times its earnings. So the momentum fading is one reason. Another reason is the anticipated earnings report from SpaceX. On August 4th, all will be revealed when it comes to how SpaceX is really performing as a company. Because August 4th will be the first earnings report for this company. Until now, most of the conversation has been about expectations, how big the company could become, how much the space industry could grow, how valuable SpaceX might be 10 or 20 years from now. But on August 4th, investors are going to be focusing on something much simpler: the numbers, the revenue, profitability, cash flow, guidance. For the first time since the IPO, investors will finally be able to compare the company's valuation to its actual financial performance. And that's important because expectations for SpaceX have been extremely high. I mean, when SpaceX was trading at $225 a share, the company was worth $2.5 trillion. And when a company has a valuation that high and expectations that high, it's not enough to simply report good results. It has to exceed expectations. You see, that's one of the biggest challenges facing high growth companies after their IPO. You see, the excitement that drove the stock higher eventually gets replaced by quarterly earnings reports. Every 3 months, management has to prove the business is performing well enough to justify the price investors are paying. And with SpaceX, if results are stronger than expected, the stock could recover. But if it fails to meet expectations, the stock could fall even further. And so that's why August 4th is such an important date for SpaceX. It marks the point where the market begins valuing SpaceX less as an exciting IPO story and more as a public company that has to deliver results every quarter. But the earnings report is not the only thing that is going to affect the SpaceX stock, because just a few days later, the SpaceX lockup period expires. So if you've never invested in an IPO, the lockup period expiration really means this. When a company goes public, not everyone is allowed to sell their shares immediately. Early investors, venture capital firms, company executives, and employees typically agree to hold their shares for a set period of time. That's called the lockup period. And the purpose of this is to prevent hundreds of millions of shares from flooding the market when the IPO goes public. But that lockup period eventually expires. And when it does, that group of exclusive investors can now begin to sell their shares. Now, it doesn't mean that everyone in this group is going to sell their shares. People could hold them, or everyone could sell them. You don't know. But what is really interesting is that the earnings report is going to be a couple of days before the lockup period expires. And so by the time the people are deciding whether or not to hold or to sell, they will have more information at hand to make that decision. And so if the earnings report is bad, if sentiment continues to decline, what's to stop those people from taking their money and running? According to several news reports, the first major lockup period for SpaceX could make roughly 900 million additional shares eligible to trade. Now, that is a significant increase in the initial number of shares that were available after the IPO. And whenever you increase the supply of something, price can come under pressure if demand is not there to meet that supply. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by talking about housing. If a neighborhood has 10 homes for sale, prices may stay high. But if overnight there are 100 homes for sale, buyers would have more choices and sellers have to compete with one another. Stocks work the same way. And there's something you have to keep in mind with all of these early investors. They have already made a ton of money. They were the ones that got access to the stock before anyone else. And their positions could be astronomical. Life-changing amount of money could become accessible to these people overnight once the lockup period expires. And so when you combine the company's earnings reports happening a few days later, you have two major events happening back to back. This could be a serious test for the SpaceX stock. And that's why I think the next couple of weeks could be some of the most important weeks for the SpaceX stock since it's gone public. Now, there are other factors affecting the price of SpaceX right now, including the political climate, competition from China. A number of things are affecting price. Those are just some of the major ones that have been really weighing on the stock. But there's something else that's also interesting and a little unexplainable when it comes to SpaceX. Wall Street analysts are still bullish about this company. They have price targets around $300 for a stock that has fallen 45%, for a stock that hasn't had a single earnings report. They have really high expectations and price targets. And for those of you guys that have been doing the math, a $300 per share price target for SpaceX values the company at almost $4 trillion. Yes, $4 trillion. These price targets are there right now before any earnings have even been reported. I even saw one analyst who suggests SpaceX could be worth $10 trillion. Just to put that in perspective, that's larger than the market value of many of the world's biggest companies. That's larger than the GDP of several countries combined. And so to me, this story doesn't make sense. A company down 45%. The first earnings report hasn't been had yet. The lockup period is about to expire, yet Wall Street is still recommending the stock as a buy. And as I started to think about it, the big question I had is, what's in it for them? Because if you are an investor that follows these buy recommendations, those recommendations have not served you well. Now, I'm not saying these analysts are lying or they're being shady with their buy ratings. I'm saying, is there something else that could be motivating them to give SpaceX a higher rating? And so I want to point out something here that you must understand when you are looking at these recommendations. These Wall Street analysts work for investment banks. And investment banks are not here to make you money. They are here to make themselves money. The companies they cover are often the same companies they want as clients. They compete for investment banking business. They compete to manage stock offerings. They compete to advise companies on mergers, acquisitions, and future capital raises. So maintaining relationships matter. Now, that doesn't mean every buy rating is dishonest, but it's something that you should keep in mind as an investor if you are looking at these ratings to make an investment decision. And finally, I want to talk about something else. As you look at these upcoming IPOs and you look at what has happened with SpaceX, I think the big lesson is that IPOs reward early investors. They don't reward new investors. And so if you were one of those people that bought the SpaceX IPO over these past 6 weeks, you might not be doing very well right now because you are a new investor. The early investors, those are the folks making all the money. It's not until a company really has a chance to settle in, to have its earnings reports, for the lockup periods to all end, for all of the drama to go away, do I ever really start looking at investing in a new company. It is not until the company has really proven itself. And so I don't let the FOMO drive my decision. I'm absolutely comfortable with missing out on that 20% run up or 30% run up because I know that that run up may be short-lived. And over the long run, the real good companies will be able to sustain those types of returns year after year after year. So if I come along later in the process, a couple years from now, and make my investment, I'm absolutely fine doing that. So in other words, be careful chasing the IPO hype. I think that is what this SpaceX stock has taught us. And so as you start to consider investments in some of these upcoming new companies, the Anthropics, the OpenAIs, the whoever it may be, keep these points in mind. Think about how momentum dies after a while for a new stock, how sentiment shifts, how the first ever earnings report will impact a stock, how the lockup period will shift, how analysts are treating their buy ratings on these companies. Take all of these into consideration before you ever think about investing in the initial public offering of a company. And so I hope this video has given you food for thought on your financial independence journey. If you want to learn more about investing, make sure to check out the rest of the videos on our channel, subscribe, and if you want to take your education to the next level, check out the courses that we have in the description below. And as usual, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.